Hey, what's up? This is a Empyrion video, and I'm going to tell you about basic base building 101. When you get started, you have to go to the comm center, and they teach you to place down a core onto the blocks, and then you basically get attacked, and you destroy everything. You have no idea what's going on. You don't have time to build turrets. Yeah, it's pretty stupid, but anyways, that is how you first start it. Is you build a core, you attach it to your a current base, and you start building. So this one already has a current base, and I just decided to build this crappy piece of junk right there, and there is the core right there. So once you place your core, you have to hit P to get access to your main base stuff. So this is the first crappy base, and I decided to build from there because I had resources nearby, the three basic resources to build off of. And yeah, as you can see, you have the different power options and stuff like that. So you want to build solar powers, you want to build defenses, and these are under your devices. And you got to start playing stuff. I'm still missing an O2 tank because there's no need to put it in here. So it just says that you need one. But you add your core and you got CPU status. And as you get your base building built bigger and bigger, you need more CPU power. And you got to add more stuff. You can add these things anywhere you want on your base. Nothing has to be connected like that except for the blocks. All your blocks on this base have to be connected to be considered part of your base. And you cannot place your core, a regular core, on the ground and just start building. And you can't place blocks anywhere you want to build. You just have to have current blocks. So this is the cool method that you can take over other bases or gun towers. You can go in there, destroy their core, and put your core anywhere on that building, and everything attached to it becomes property of you. So the other method is to build one from scratch, and you got to take this core and got to go away from a base, and you just plop this core down anywhere. As you can see, you don't want it here, or maybe you do. It's kind of iffy. And this green thing here, and I can't attach it to any other buildings or any other blocks. So you get your base building starter kit core. I don't recommend you do this, and you place it down. You created a new base, and now you got to build it. So the building method is you got to go and hit F5 to bring up your drone to make your life a lot easier. The next thing you do is you hit F4 to connect to whatever current blocks you have, your ship, your whatever you have. So if you have blocks anywhere, located anywhere on your ships or your hovercraft or anything like that, or a current base, and you get your blocks like the concrete blocks, and you got to connect them to can't do that. Yeah, you got to hit connecting is right here. So you connect them to the container like so, and now you have access to these blocks. And consider if you're going to play with volume, which I recommend you do, just because you got to have some continuity, that you can't just carry around 100 stacks of concrete blocks on you. And you can do stuff like that. So that's how you connect it. You just drag it over like that. Then you go back, escape out of this, and then you have access. And it's T to go back and forth. So if you make a mistake and you do your quest and you get the actual multi-tool that can do it, you can remove stuff. So there it is, T. Now you're connected, and you can just see, I can't place this block anywhere else, right? It has to be connected to the core. So that's how you start your base. You connect to the core. And then once you get connected to the core, you can just drag out, I think it's 10 is the maximum for the length that you can hold the button down and do that. And you can start building like so. And then you start building your floor, and you say, hey, I don't want my core to be on the floor. I want it to be a nice corner location that is protected a little bit. So I'm going to do a little wall here. So there's going to be the floor, and there's going to be the protection for it. So you go in here, and now you can just sit there and retrieve the core if you have your multi-tool yet. So just do the quest to get it, and the core just breaks down into little parts, which kind of sucks. Then you have to build it again. But if you have another one, so now I can place this anywhere I want, and I'm going to place it there. So now that it's placed, I can continue on base building, because now it's my base again. And these are the blocks. That's how you take it over. So let's go into, this is just the basic starts here, and you can build this base pretty close to yours. And another little tip if you want to know is solar powers is they got to be facing the sun to get maximum effect. And the maximum effect is the green dots there, and I don't even have it. So the green dots here is the maximum. Let's get out of the stupid block out of there. Yeah, that's the green. So that's the maximum effect these guys can have. And that's its current usage. So these aren't really placed very well, and I didn't really care. And I didn't know that at the start either. But you can build another flat ramp like this or so, and then build more solar panels and a fuel tank. And the solar panels will charge that fuel tank if you got a capacitor. And then you can just start siphoning off the fuel and bring it to your base nearby. That's another trick. That's a different video. But let's get into the whole basics on the base building, the real way that you're going to want to do it after you have this done. So let's just deconnect that and get rid of my drone, and I can move around again. Okay, so the other way to do it is buy blueprints. They don't tell you this in the tutorial. I don't know why, or maybe they do and you miss it. But you hit F2 to get to your blueprints, and these are your different options right here, and these are your base building, and you just have to pick a base. So if you want a simple base like this one here, you can take this one here. It's got turrets on it and it's got some flat stuff. I don't know what it looks like. I picked the blue moon base and I modified that because it looked a little bit neater. It had 4 turrets on each side, and I wanted to see what it looked like inside and what was going on. But how you build these things is you just you see, these are the ingredients, and this factory is located directly up your ass. So that's what this game is all about, is shoving stuff up your ass. Just call yourself Mr. Slave, and these are all the ingredients you need. As you can see, I already have stuff in here. But how you get it in here? Like, look at this. This is the menu. You can't hold all this stuff in your menu, and you have to be going back and forth. This is kind of stupid. They don't have a drop-down box like everywhere else. So what you do is you go back to your logistics, and even if you change this doesn't matter. So I need my basic control ingredients here. So here's basic ingredients, and what you do is use this little thing right here, connect to your container, and that connects all the inventory to your container. So I needed like I don't need any more stone dust, but you need these ingredients, and whatever ingredients you need, you start bringing them down to your hotbar like so. For whatever you need. For the basic ingredients it calls for, you bring them down like this, and then you can go back to your factory here, and then you'll have access to them here, and then you can just drop the whole stacks in there. You can't put in stacks when it's already full and overflowing, but these things don't go away. You can't take stuff out, but you're going to be using the factory for everything, so just throw whatever you have in there. You can build this on the run. Just run around on the map with your stupid hovercraft that they get you or whatever, and just farm your stuff and put them in the blocks and dust, and then on your basic thing, and then you keep sucking up your ass until you're done. So you get all this stuff right up your ass until you're done, and then you just start the production, and 18 minutes later your factory will be done. And when you go to your blueprints again, which is F2, which is located over in the 6th key because these guys are really fucked up for whatever reason, and then you just go over to here, your factory here, and then your library, and then it'll be right over here in this tab here in your workshop, and this should pop up when you go in there. When it's done, it kind of automatically goes to the screen, I believe. And then once it's done, you get a spawn button. So then you got to pull this off whole base right out of your ass. So you hit the spawn button and you put your hand right up your ass, and then there you have it. You have it right up there, and then you can place your whatever base you built, and you place it down there, and then you can start modifying it. So that does it all nice and well. Then you get to modify it. And of course, these bases kind of they look nice. Some of them look nice, but they for functionality they kind of suck. They got the basics, and that's about it. And you don't even need much growing plots, and they're kind of a pain to get. You just got to buy them. But the other thing to do is you got to hit P to connect to your base. So when you hit P on any of your bases or anything that you're in right now, then you can see what your current power is, and your left, and all your stuff, and all your devices that are there that you have on your base. And it'll tell you what you're missing in yellow, and you don't really need an O2 tank. You can't click on it. And it's like, nothing is, I didn't even do anything in this base, wow. But yeah, nothing is done. You can group them all up by hitting auto group, and this will just do stuff like that. So now the ammo box tab has the ammo box in there, and things like that for this base. And you got your signal logic for signals and stuff like that. So I did basic signals for my teleporter here. So I walk in there, and I got a motion sensor, which turns it on because this thing drains a lot of power, like that. So that turns it on and off, and that's a bad place for it to put it by a door because you keep running in and out the door. So yeah, this is a basic crappy base right here, and yeah, that's not much worth showing you. That's my own base designed from the start, and that is how you do the bases and everything like that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for the many things that are wrong with this game that you're going to have to ask and figure out how to do, like how to start building your bases. And I hope this it was informative enough that you got the basics and what you need to do. And just shove everything right up your ass and shit out a whole base by using the factory system here is the easiest way to do it. And that's what I recommend you do. Yeah, I gotta change my name to Mr. Slave. So, see you next time.